We are so back, man. I can't believe this. Season 1, Episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again is now out on Disney Plus, now streaming. I just got done watching it. Yeah, this is insane. Bro, you can't see it, but bro, I'm literally blushing. This is actually insane. Like, I can't believe I'm during those, especially the last like 10 minutes of the episode. Oh my god, bro. I'm just like, I'm getting hyped, bro. Like, I know I've really liked something that I've watched, whether it be a TV show or like a movie, when I'm really like, bro, I do it without even like noticing, okay? I do it without like just not like, not even doing it intentionally, just like it just happens for when I'm getting hyped. Start going like, yo, let's go, come on, let's go, bro. And then I start just like, smiling and stuff. Oh my god, those last 10 minutes are insane, bro. Right now, I'm just like, bro, I'm just smiling, I'm blushing. This is insane. I'm just so happy right now. I love that. I don't know, almost, yeah, man, I don't know, just teary eyed somewhat, honestly. Um, I guess, yeah, spoilers ahead, by the way. We're gonna talk spoilers for sure. Um, so going into this episode, which is titled Isle of Joy, the synopsis is at his inaugural black and white ball, Mayor Fisk tightens his grip on New York City. And long story short, what we see in this episode at actually the black and white ball is pretty much everything that's been going on in the season that's been building up. Everyone is there. So all the key people that you really need pretty much are there. And that's how we just see kind of everyone's since everyone's there, we just see everyone's like, I don't know, everything's just colliding pretty much, and everyone's just like bouncing off each other. Pause. Yeah, no, like all the storylines pretty much just bouncing off each other since everyone is at the same spot. And honestly, that was intentional, but it worked. It worked so well. Honestly, I loved it. But yeah, going to this episode, there's big expectations in this episode 8 because we knew that the first, what was it, 7 episodes, or sorry, we knew that episode 8 and 9 were like completely new after the creative overhaul. So we knew that here they weren't even doing reworking, bro. They straight up just filmed episode 8 and 9 just completely like brand new afterwards, and you can literally tell these two episodes. Or sorry, these two episodes. Next episode's gonna be really good too, but we'll get to that later. But this episode, you could just tell. Oh my god, it's fantastic. This is the direction by, bro, what's her name? What's her name? I forget. What's it? Moorhead? Is that one of them? Oh my god, bro, I'm forgetting. But if you know, you know. The directors, obviously they directed previous episodes in the season, but I'm pretty sure from what I'm seeing online, they also directed episode 9 as well, so that's gonna be a banger. And then also all season 2 apparently they're directing, so that's gonna be insane because every episode they directed, they've been going crazy. Honestly, I loved every episode they directed. Yeah. So unless I'm wrong, unless I'm mixing up people, I'm pretty sure it's I'm right. Anyways, regardless, but yeah, the people who directed this episode, they're directing all season 2 apparently, and if that's the case, that's insane. They did a great job here. I loved it, especially the shots. Let's talk about those. The shots, like especially when we had the shots on like the direction on the Bullseye shots. Oh my god, those are insane. Like I'm thinking of like the one after he escapes, kind of, and then they do just the way they film that, and then also obviously at the end there when he takes a shot near then, that was also great. Like with the coloration, the different like the blue, you know what I mean? What else? Then also when Matt gets shot, the red. I don't know. I like how that was filmed as well. Obviously signifying his blood, and also Daredevil, that part as well. What else? There's more stuff. There's more stuff that I liked in this episode. Like in terms of the direction. Why am I forgetting? But yeah, this episode's insane. Those last, yeah, I don't know. I was locked in this episode. That's all I'm saying. I had expectations before the last 10 minutes of the episode. I'm like, okay, this episode's still pretty good, but I still feel somewhat underwhelmed. And then boom, the last 10 minutes came in. I guess we'll go from the beginning. We'll go from the beginning to the end because that'll make the most sense. I'll kind of build up what I'm saying. Obviously, we start off the episode with Bullseye, and we see him just pretty much getting moved from his like what do they call it, special enhancement, or whatever, special enhancement provision or supervision, whatever the hell. He's in his own confinement type thing because he's that much of a threat, and that's what the judge sentenced him to. But then again, we gotta remember, Fisk is mayor, so he pretty much can easily overrule that, and that's what he did. He pretty much moved Bullseye to Gen Pop, and if you know people like him, bro, people like him getting moved to Gen Pop, that means one thing, bro. You're getting set up, bro. Someone's setting you up, okay? That's what it means. Because people like him are so dangerous. Everyone's gonna be after him. They know that. That's why they send him to Gen Pop. So they just get killed off pretty much. And that's what happened. That's what Fisk was trying to do. Just get him sent off there so you would die. Because let's not forget it. Like Fisk says, loose ends, man. It's a loose end right here. Bullseye. And we'll find out later in the episode why. Yeah, he's getting transferred, and he doesn't even know why. He's like so confused, but like, what the hell is going on? And also we see the intro. The intro's banging still. Great. And then we see Vanessa and Kingpin. They're pretty much discussing stuff, whatever. And then he's like, Kingpin references last episode about that thing with the guy, I forget his name, but pretty much he's lit him up, bro. That guy had no shot, okay? Bro, he's just talking about trying to do something, and yeah, he got silenced real quick, quite literally. Yeah, he's like, Kingpin's like, we don't even talk about that, okay? It's not, that's whatever. Then we see Matt and Heather, and then Heather's still trying to, I guess, rationalize, deal with, killing Muse, that whole situation, because it is very traumatic, and especially as she's a psychologist. Oh my god, bro, I can't speak. Especially as she's like a therapist. Sorry. It's hard to deal with. So she's still trying to deal with that, and then she's trying to. Pretty much, Matt gets triggered. Okay, Matt gets triggered because she's anti-vigilante. And she was pretty much, bro, throughout that entire scene, I'm like, bro, she's throwing shade at Matt without even knowing. And which is obviously the point. But then again, I don't know. I found that I liked that part a lot. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And it was just funny to see because Matt's like, I'm kind of here, I'm kind of the one who, saved you. And then she's like, I saved myself. Bro, that was insane. That was a savage response. And then, Matt gets, also, I'm pretty sure in the scene she questions Matt. She's like, you just been checked out, man. That's all it is. Which he has been throughout this entire season. But little she knows, because he's literally trying to protect her and everything like that. Just protect the city in general. And then we quickly see, then we see it goes back to Kingpin, and it's him and Vanessa. Bro, they're in a dungeon, okay? That's why I love calling it. They're in a dungeon, okay? Guess who's there? Adam's there, okay? And Fisk pretty much is giving Vanessa the option. You choose. You can free him, okay? And then he's obviously, Fisk is gonna do what he's want to do. He's gonna go crazy then, okay? And then Adam's, while this is going on, this conversation between them two, Adams is saying, please, Vanessa, please. And Vincent D'Onofrio lets out this insane primal scream. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, if you weren't paying attention before, you definitely started paying attention after that scream. That was insane. But long story short, we thought that Vanessa was kind of teasing. We thought that she was going to actually free him. Obviously, we should have known. Or I should have known. Sorry, I should have known otherwise. Long story short, she teases him that she's going to free Adam, and she gets the pistol out, and boom, just pops him like 3 times, and he's dead. And then, I like the way, here's another thing. The way this film, they're kind of like, what was it? Were they hugging or were they kissing or something? I don't know. Anyways, something happened after she shot him, and they were like close like that. And in between that, you can see Adam just like staring, kind of like at them. This dead body staring at them, and that, I don't know. I got a lot from that. That symbolized pretty much how he was like telling, you think about the third wheel in a way, and just the love triangle type thing. And yeah, I don't know. Now he's dead because of that. So I don't know. I just thought that was a pretty cool shot in my opinion. And then we go back to Matt and Heather, and pretty much there's a knock on the door. That's what we last saw, and we find out it's Buck. And Buck, guess what? Bro, Buck. I don't know. I like Buck. I feel like Buck's underrated, honestly. Yeah, Buck pretty much just gives an invitation to Matt and Heather. Well, for Heather, and it's for the ball. That's what it's for. And obviously, it's from Mayor Fisk. He says that, and Matt already knows what's going on. Well, he doesn't. He knows now. He's like, oh shoot. He's like, oh, I'm connecting the dots. He's like, oh, Heather has Fisk and Vanessa as clients. Well, this is bad. This is bad because you remember the conversation from the beginning of the season. It all stems back from that. Honestly, we've gone so much stuff since then that just connects perfectly to that. That was a baller scene in general. So it just connects back to that. Honestly, if you know, you know. And Matt knows Fisk. He does everything intentional, okay? It's always to get to you through other people, pretty much. And yeah, Matt just knows, bro, this is trouble, pretty much. And then yeah, Matt's just trying to pretty much explain that to Heather, and she's just like, bro, why you so sensitive? That's essentially what she's saying. And then he's like, fine, we'll go. Okay, even though I'm not invited. And then she's like, nah, it says with a guest. And he's like, fine, we'll go. And while it's happening, Matt pretty much was supposed to go to this meeting, and he was like, what, 35 minutes late. And then he shows up there, and bro, I keep on forgetting her name. I'm so sorry, bro. I keep on forgetting her name. But one of his partners, I forget her name. I'm sorry, but she's like, come on, you're late. This is unacceptable. Like, you're like 35 minutes late. And yeah, one of their clients was waiting there, pretty much. And he's just, yeah, bro, he's just lying. And Matt's like, bro, I've had enough of this, bro. Everything's going on compiled with this, and like, nah. And then also in the scene, he finds out about Bullseye, pretty much getting transferred from his like supervision thing, is whatever his confinement, that private thing, to Gen Pop. And he's like, oh, yep. And then he's like, wait, who did it? Who did that? And then we find out that it was then we find out that Fisk was the one who pretty much put the order in to get him transferred like that. And then obviously Matt's connecting the dots again. He's realizing what's going on here. And then the next scene we see Fisk. He's pretty much he just like, Daniel did a good job there. With what was it? The BB report article. He's like, I see, you worked your ways with her to get it done. And we'll talk more about that later, because there was a scene with BB later on and Daniel. Yeah, long story short, Daniel gets a promotion to, what was it, deputy of communication or something like that. And Sheila's like, no, bro. Sheila, bro, every time something good happens in Daniel's side, bro, I swear to God, it seems like Sheila's just, bro, she's just cheesed every single time. She's just like cheesed. I don't know why. Bro, it's just hater energy. That's what I get. But yeah, anyways, that happens. And then we go back to Matt, and we see his client again. And yeah, like I said, Matt just like calls him up for lying, and pretty much he's just livid, bro, for everything's going on. And then his partner's like, what? Like, what is that, bro? He's like, what? Like, his partner's like, explain to me, like, what's going on? You've been just like acting weird lately. Like, this is not you. And then Matt just like breaks it down. Like, all this stuff's happening. It's like, nothing's going my way. Like, it's like, no matter what I do, it's like the justice system's pretty much like not working. Like, what? Like, we're not doing anything, pretty much. Doesn't matter how hard we work. It's like, it makes no impact, no effect, no difference, really. And it goes back kind of the criminal justice system being flawed, pretty much, if you think about it that way. It's corruption. Then we go back to Matt again in the next scene, and guess what? They're back at the bar, back at Josie's. And as we know, it's closed down as of right now. And yeah, the owner's pretty much like, oh, I haven't seen you since Foggy's death, since the funeral. And then guess who comes in? Cherry comes in, because the other partner of the law firm, she sent Cherry to pretty much supervise Matt to make sure he doesn't do anything foolish, essentially. And then there's talking about it, and then Matt's breaking down. He's like, wait, I just realized, that means Fisk, or sorry, he's just like, oh wait, they killed Foggy. Now it's making sense. They killed Foggy. He said that pretty much Fisk / Vanessa got Bullseye to kill Foggy. And then he linked it also. What was the other thing he said? Foggy was celebrating or something, and then they knew that. Something along the lines of that. And then this is where it started. That was a very interesting. That's where, and then the funny thing is, bro, Matt literally is left without his what do you even call it? Like his cane, you know what I mean? The thing he needs. And the owner of the bar like, wait, he left without that. And then Cherry said something, but yeah, that's kind of funny to me. And then guess what? I also forgot this in that scene when he's at the law firm. He also gets noticed, or he also finds out that Bullseye invited him to like a meeting at the correctional institution, and that's where Matt actually heads. So now he's there with Bullseye, and then Bullseye's like, "Bro, I need you. I need you to help me. I need you to help me." And he's like, I need you. If you're a good guy, if you're actually, if you're a good guy, you can actually help to get me out because of my situation. You see what's going off me right now. how they're trying to get me, whatever. And then Matt just like, bro, he's like, not having this, bro. He's like, you, because he killed Foggy, bro. You kill his best friend, bro. Like, come on, bro. There ain't no way this man's trying to convince him, bro. Ain't no way Bullseye's trying to convince him, bro. Ain't no way. And then Matt just gets triggered at him, bro. He's like, I'm never gonna help you, bro. You're just, nah, not you, never. And essentially, he just gets, he just smashes Bullseye's head on the table a few times. Then he just screams for the guards to come in. And then he, as he's leaving, he just says like "F you," pretty much. And that was another one where I was like, oh, that was another line where I'm like, oh damn, that was intense. And then we see, what is this part? Oh yeah, and then we see that this is at the 24-25 minute mark is when we start getting to the ball sequence, pretty much. And we just see everyone there just having a good time drinking up. And it starts off with Sheila and Daniel. Sheila's just, again, bro, that's her, every scene she's in. It's just her being cheesed at Daniel, just jealous. That's what comes off as. Okay, and then she's like, oh, no, you're just premature. I'm not trying to hate you. You're just premature. I just think it's premature of you being in this position already, And then, and then Daniel just pretty much throws shade at her, essentially, okay? And then he's like, I gotta go talk to a friend. And then she's just, bro, and then while he's walking away, Sheila's like, staring at him like dumbfounded disbelief. Bro, Sheila thinks she thinks she's him. That's what it is. She thinks she's like bro, at the top, like, bro, everything goes through me. Like, she thinks she's better than what she really is. She's pretty much, I just think she's cheesed because Fisk just values Daniel more than he does her. And she's mad about that because, I do everything perfect. And also, I have the experience too. That's pretty much what it is. And anyways, Daniel then goes to BB and they discuss. She's like, to Daniel, she's like, bro, you just, like, look what you did. You went like overboard. And he even said that himself. He's like, yeah, I went overboard. Because he got her to spin the headline, the article, in favor of Fisk and the anti-vigilante task force. It's just propaganda. That's what it was. And anyways, it kind of get over that, and then we see slowly the thing switching. And the way this was filmed, that's another thing I want to talk about. The way this was filmed, where it was switching in the ball during the ball sequence, how the camera was just switching on other people, like all the important people. I don't know. I just found that very sick. That was cool. That was just great direction right there. And then obviously we could just tell the commissioner, who is pretty much worthless at this point. He has literally no say. Okay, he's just like a pawn. Bro, he's just triggered. He's just so mad. You can just tell throughout this episode he's just triggered, leading up to what happens. And then we see Swordsman. He's just rizzing up pretty much. Just typical behavior. Then we see Heather. She's like, bro, Matt's not here. Like, where are you? Like, what's going on? And then Vanessa and Fisk come out. And the crowd gets hyped, whatever. And then we go back. And this is my theory, okay? Actually, I'll talk about the scene first and then talk about my theory. Then we see Bullseye. He's at the I don't know, pretty much he's like he's in treatment right now because of what Matt did to him. Stitches, and his, like, he's bleeding from his mouth, and his tooth, one of his teeth fell out, and pretty much the doctor gives him stitches and is done giving stitches, and then calls the guards to get take him out because he's ready to go back. And then as the guards trying to like tie him up pretty much or something like that, we just see a shot of Bullseye's mouth. It's all bloody, and then we see him open his mouth, and then he has a tooth just wedged there, and then he spits it in the eye of the cop. And yeah, from then on it's just chaos pretty much, and that's how he just gets out. Look at that. And they show us the dead people, obviously. Yeah, you see that he gets out, and then boom, it changes colors the way that it was shot from behind, and then you see the color change to like the bluish, purplish kind of thing, which is I don't know. I found that it was a nice change, honestly. I like that. And then we go back to the ball. Now Vanessa is talking to Heather and just saying, yeah, where's your guest at, pretty much, and she's like, he's not here. And she's like, let's go find other people, whatever. Kind of like that. And then Oh, also my theory. No, that's what I'm talking about. My theory is, I don't know. Is this reaching? Tell me, because it also doesn't make sense. Some of it, but I'm just gonna lay it out, okay? Just because I just couldn't stop thinking about this. I'm like, did Matt, did Matt intentionally, like knowingly, um, bash, um, Bullseye's head on the table so that he could get treatment because he knew then he could, that Bullseye could escape from then on. And I was like thinking, like, is that true? Like, I don't know. Like, I actually don't know. I'm like, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know, because it also doesn't make sense. Okay, some of it also doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's kind of conflicting. But I just want to throw that out there. Okay, in case it somehow is true. Okay, and also throw this up. So I'm just getting vibes. Just how they're the way they're speaking about Foggy again. I'm just like, wait, is he not is he somehow not dead? Like, I know that storyline in the comics. I don't know if they're gonna do that or not, but we do know that Foggy is gonna be back next season. I don't know what type of like capacity, what role, but is he actually alive? You know what I mean? Like, is he not actually dead? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, as of right now, he's still dead. Okay, I don't even know how that storyline will work in like, in this context, but I don't know. I'm just I don't know. Those thoughts I want to say. Okay, I know it's kind of stupid, but I just want to say it. And then we see Bullseye just impersonating being a correctional officer and just getting on the pretty much like the bus that they all go to after their shift is done, and they get dropped off. And it's funny because the one guy when they were all sat down in the bus, the one like a correctional officer said to Bullseye's like, "Oh, you've had a rough day, huh?" Little does he know. Little does he know. Little does he know. And then we go back to the ball, and then we see, let me see, Matt finally arrives, and everyone's looking at him, especially the anti-task force, or the anti-vigilante task force. They hate Matt. We know why. They hate him. Who else was there? I think the commissioner gave him a look. Even everyone's just like, "Bro, what's going on?" And then Heather again is pressing him like you're just acting different. Like, what is this? Like, come on, like just be honest with me. Like, what's going on? And then Matt's like, "You gotta trust me." I think, yeah, he wasn't even paying attention. He started holding in on Fisk, his like kind of like his private meetings that he had with people in like that other room where he's trying to get fundraising pretty much, or crowdfunding, whatever you want to call it, for his little project. What's it called? The red project, whatever, red something, red sector. I don't remember, something like that. And the swordsman literally pretty much just like was being hella disrespectful to him last time, and this time Fisk is pretty much like, I know you're a swordsman, and then pretty much threatened him. That's what he did. He's threatened him in order to get the job done, get the funding, pretty much, because he said using public funds, we need like private investors as well. And yeah, that's what he did. I bet he did that to every single person. That's just a Wilson Fisk thing to do, a Kingpin thing to do. And that's what happened, bro. He's just sunned him pretty much. And then we see this guy who's working there. He's taking pictures, taking pictures. And then Fisk sees that, and then he sends that one cop, especially from the anti-vigilante task force. That one cop, this is an absolute bum. If you've been watching the show, you know what I'm talking about. The one that Matt owns every single time, that bum. And yeah, the two cops go after the guy, and then they press him in the kitchen or wherever they're washing the dishes. And then they threaten him, and then guess what they do? They're about to do something hella illegal to him. And the commissioner comes in, and then he's like, "No, you can't do that, bro. That's assault." And then they're just like, "I haven't done anything yet." And then he does. And then that bum cop, the one bum cop, the really hella bum cop, just puts the guy's arm in like, what's it? Like the thing where you like fry the food in the grease, whatever you want to call it, the oil, sorry, and just deep fries his arm pretty much. And then the cop turns to the commissioner. He's like, "Bro, we don't take orders from you anymore. Okay, we're our own thing, our own unit. Okay, we don't take orders from you. Okay, work for the mayor." And then the rest of them pile into the rest of the anti-vigilante task force, just being absolute menaces, being bums. So once in season 2, we see the leaks. They're in season 2, and then a bigger capacity than even now, bro. They're gonna get owned. Okay, and when Matt owns them in the new suit, it's gonna be absolutely epic. Okay, I'm gonna be cheering. Okay, I freaking hate these bums. Just hella annoying. It's an inconvenience. Like, just hate them. And yeah, just doing what they're. That's the point. Okay. Then we go back to Daniel and BB, and then yeah, she's pretty much like, you know what, we'll get drinks, but let me, I just gotta go for a minute, I'll go to the bathroom. And then she doesn't actually go there. In fact, she goes to just get a scoop pretty much for her article, her journalism type stuff. And she's talking to the commissioner, and the commissioner knows that people are watching. Eyes are always on him because remember, he didn't even want to stay as commissioner. He just wanted to leave. He's against what Fisk is doing. But then Fisk pretty much just threatened him with his family, and then he just had to stay that way. But obviously he doesn't agree with what Fisk is doing. And he kind of just makes that obvious in this conversation. And then he knows also what's going on with BB, and BB admits what's going on too. Like, it's out of my control. Doing this because of pretty much outside influence. And then she gives a card, and there we see, who was it? Let me see. We see... What did we see? We see, like, I forget who it was. I think it was either Buck, or we just see someone from the anti-vigilante task force. Anyways, one of Fisk's people that's watching the commissioner tightly. They're like, we know what you're doing, man. You're not slick. But anyways, BB gives the card to him, and he's like, I can give you information. I got stuff about all the bad things these guys that are part of the task force have done. And then she's like, yeah, that would be helpful. Put that in an article, get that hit piece out pretty much, just exposing it. Because they're not really good. Okay, they're not what they're. Like, they didn't kill it, bro. They didn't even do anything about Muse. That was all Daredevil, and they just took credit for it. Essentially, this turned like a bad situation for them into a good situation, which is kind of like, that's a W for them. But still, regardless, bro, there's bums. And then we go back to honestly, the commissioner's gonna die. Okay, this man's gonna get popped. Okay, that's all I'm saying. He's gonna get popped. And then we go back to Heather and Matt. And then Matt's just had enough, bro. He's like, I'm confronting Fisk, that's it. And then Heather's like, obviously, don't do it. And then Matt's like, no, I'm doing it. We are doing it. This is it. And then as soon as he's about to literally get to him, the lights come on, and then this is their entrance. This is where they do the opening dance, pretty much. The mayor does with his first lady. And then we see Kingpin and Vanessa just do that. Exactly that. And then Matt's like, just follow my lead. That's what he says to Heather. And then they enter the dance floor, whatever. And start dancing, obviously. And then what do we see? And then we see the security, the cops, everything, everyone. It's getting tight, bro. They're like, nah, he's getting too close to Fisk. We know he's up to something. Matt's always up to something. You know what I mean? Daredevil's always up to something. And then we see Buck pretty much gets a call from prison, and one of the cops is like, "Oh, he got out. Bullseye's out. He's out, man. He got out." And yeah, Buck gets that call, and then he immediately goes to Fisk and Vanessa, and he's like, "Yeah, he's out." And then Fisk's like, "Yo, keep it low. We can't let people find out." And then Vanessa's words, she's like, "I need to tell you something." And then Matt's like honing in on that. He's been honing in on the conversation. He's like, "What the hell?" And he's like, he realizes what it's about to be, and he quickly bumps into Vanessa, and then he switches pretty much their dancing partners. Now Fisk is dancing with, they're supposed to be dancing with Heather, and then Matt's dancing with Vanessa. And then he's like, "I know what you did." He's like, I know you got Bullseye to kill Foggy. Personally, like, you're not slick. You think you are, you're not, though. And then Bullseye and just Fisk and Heather's having a very awkward type conversation. Yeah, it's very awkward, bro. It's like, bro, like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we even talking about? And then he's like, do you know what Matt's hiding from you is why he's always he has a strong stance for vigilantes. You want to know why? Just teasing, obviously, Daredevil, Matt's Daredevil. And then Vanessa's also like, does Heather know that you're Daredevil? And then guess what? While it's all going on, this intense conversation stuff, we get an overview shot, and they're like, uh-oh. Or sorry, then we get the elevator shot, pretty much, where we just see Bullseye going up the elevator, still in his correctional officer, uniform, acting as a cop, which is perfect for this because the cops work for Mayor Fisk, so he just blends in, right? Well, somewhat, you know what I mean, as a cop. And he just gets to the top, takes the guy out, and he's just overseeing the whole entire ball. And Then it goes blue. He's holding the assault rifle, or sorry, the sniper rifle in his hand, and we know he's about to beam someone. Okay? He's about to kill someone. I don't know who. We don't really know who. We kind of have an idea who it could be, but yeah, we don't really know. We just know he's about to go for someone, obviously. And then then again we see the blue shot. You know what I'm talking about from earlier as well, and just it's nice stuff. And then he's holding in, and then Matt he hears it, right? He's super hearing. He locks in and he starts hearing it. He's like, oh no, something's about to go down, and that's because Bullseye's kind of preparing shots, moving the sniper rifle, loading it up and stuff like that, etc. And yeah, Matt can obviously hear that very easily. And then let me see. Then he takes the shot, and guess what? Matt, he's going for Fisk. Bullseye's taking the shot for in order to kill Fisk. And then I guess Matt knows that because super hearing, and then he jumps in the way and just saves Fisk. He takes the shot for Fisk. And it looks like it's in the heart, does it not? I could be wrong, but it looks like it's in the heart. And then obviously he falls down. Bro, Fisk's like, nah. This is what I found funny, bro. Fisk is like, bro, as soon as Matt took the shot, his body's just kind of like on Fisk, but he's like, oh, hell no. He pretty much is like, bro, he just lets Matt fall, just kind of like pushes him a bit, just lets him fall to the ground, and just like runs away. Everyone does, bro. I'm like, I get the situation, but I'm like, bro, damn. This man has saved your life, bro. Come on. Bro, that disrespect. Like, I get you guys are like our enemies, but come on, damn, that was hella disrespectful. And then Heather's obviously just there with Matt, just like borderline mourning, just hella sad. Rightfully so. And then everyone's just fleeing, just like scared as hell. And then this is where we get the cool shot where Matt is obviously bleeding out a bit because he got shot, and then Heather's there, and yeah, he looks like he's dying, right? Obviously, we know, bro, he's not gonna die. Okay, we know he's not gonna die, but still, we see that, and then it says red, representing, like I said, Daredevil. Obviously, that's what I got. One thing, also just because he got shot, blood is red. Yeah, just sadness. That's just sad, ultra sadness, and I really like the way the sequence was done. This was intense. It was quick, intense. It was built up too. So, and then what else was there? The music. I don't know what the song is, but the music was absolutely perfect. It made it so much more better. And the music plays into the credits like that for the entire time. So what do I think? Bro, oh my god. God damn, this review is long as hell. I didn't even realize. God damn. What do I think's gonna happen in the next episode? Frank's definitely coming. We know that for sure. Okay? We know that for sure. He's coming. He's gotta punish a lot of people real hard, okay? No pun intended. But he's got to. Yeah, but aside from that, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know that apparently it's a big cliffhanger at the end, so I'm not expecting like I don't know. I'm not expecting like the most insane like conclusive ending, because it's a cliffhanger. It's not gonna be conclusive like that. All I can hope for is it's like a really good cliffhanger and just a really good episode in general. That's it. Because season 2 was gonna have the actual, like, season 1 was just kind of like a test experiment type of thing. Just take it as that. That's the way I'm taking it. Season 2 is where the goodness is, where what their actual vision is, what season 1 should have been, pretty much. That's gonna be season 2 for the entirety. So, yeah. But these last 2 episodes are supposed to be really good. Episode 8 was really good. Episode 9 I'm expect to be even better than 8. So this is gonna be hype. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even have any predictions really. I just know that Frank Castle's gonna come back. John Bernthal gonna probably see him punish people, and just the insane cliffhanger. That's what I'm guessing. What else? I think that's about it. We'll see. I don't really know. It could go anyway, but I just know it should be a lot of action, a lot of intense moments. Anyways, this episode I'd probably give honestly like a 9 out of 10. I'd say I liked it. I think this episode has honestly a good amount of replayability, so that's good as well. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.